Step 1 is to open the fuse panel, consult your manual, and determine what fuse you'd like to use. You can open the fuse panel by using this little notch out right there with a screwdriver or pry tool. It pops right open, and then you have access to all the fuses, in this case on the passenger side, and it's identical on the driver's side. Once you have access, go ahead and consult your manual and determine which fuse you're going to use. I use number 5, and then pull out your Tap-A-Fuse kit.
Step 2 is to take your selected Tap-A-Fuse and install it. Do this by first grounding the system. So there's a 13mm bolt right there, and you want to run your spade up through and behind that bar, and then unlube the bolt just a little bit, slide the spade connector in, and then tighten the bolt back up. Upon completion, it will look something like this. Next, take these little tweezers that are on the side of the panel door and pull apart the purple piece and then remove the selected fuse. So I removed fuse 5 and I then placed it into my selected Tap-A-Fuse like such. Once done, you push it back in and you've correctly installed your Tap-A-Fuse. It is noteworthy that when you take it out, if you have a freak out, only a couple of these are used. You can see right there the electric pins, so you know exactly where to put it back. Feed your red power connector up behind that little bar for some nice cable management. At this point, it's worth testing to ensure that your power actually works to save yourself some headache. Go ahead and plug in the attached wiring kit to your power connection lead from your Tap-A-Fuse and turn the car on to position 2 if the power is switched. That's where the electronics are on, but the car is not. So I did this, the car's not on, and then when I turned it on, good to go. Awesome. If it worked for you, please consider liking and subscribing. Step 4 is to remove the A-pillar trim. Do this by removing the airbag little tab and then pulling it out, and then the entire assembly will come up and out. I will link to a separate video here because this can be kind of a difficult, intrusive step. After you've removed the A-pillar trim, this is pretty much just a wiring game at this point. Start by mounting your auxiliary item wherever you want it, and then run the wire from there across the top of the windshield there, down the A-pillar, and then into the fuse panel. It's easiest to keep all of your excess wire in the fuse panel for cable management. So again, down the A-pillar, into the fuse box, and then tie everything up with a zip tie or something, plug it in, and you're good to go. Before you put everything back together, do ensure that your power wire is not crossing over your A-pillar airbag if you have one. But go ahead and put everything back together and then enjoy your auxiliary item with hidden wires.